Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to understand the topic tenses. Now, what is tense? Tense is a form of verb which tells us about the time of action. Means at what time the subject has performed the action. He is going to perform, or he is performing, or he is in the state of performing that action, or he will perform that action. These can be understood by tenses only. So the tenses are of three kinds. They are present, past and future. Let's understand it in the timeline. Whatever is true at this moment of time, it is present. Whatever happened before this moment of time, it is past, and whatever will happen in future, it is the future tense. These are the three main division of tenses. Now let's see the other types of tenses. As I said, the tenses are divided into three parts: present, past and future. This present, past and future are further divided into four parts. They are simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. You can understand it like this. This is the family tree of the tenses. The grandfather is a tenses. He has three sons of present, past and future. These present, past and future have further four sons or daughters. You can say they are simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. This is the family tree of the tenses. Now let's take one tense, one by one, all the tenses, and see the explanation of them. The first tense is simple present. Simple present is also called as simple indefinite. Okay. The structure of the simple indefinite is subject, verb and object. Now there is a further classification of this. If the subject is I, you, they, we, then we use the V1 form of the verb. But if the subjects are he, she, it or any singular noun, we use the S or ES form of the verb. It's very simple to remember. If the subjects are Ayu Devi, now just pronounce Ayu Devi, it will sound like a name of a girl and it will take V1 form. And what are the rest of the subjects? He, she, it and singular noun, they will take S or ES with them. Now let's come to the uses of the simple present tense. The uses, we use it in habitual action. The first thing is to show habitual action. Now the work we do regularly as a habit, these are called habitual actions, like I drink tea every day. Mohan often plays football after school. Means when he comes from the school he plays football. So now see, take care of the subject also. In the first sentence the subject is I, so it is drink. In the second sentence the subject is Mohan, that is singular noun, so it is plays. S or ES is added according to the verb. So to show habitual action. The second is to show some kind of fact, means which is true at the time of speaking. They work in the factory, means at this moment of time they are the worker of that factory. The sun rises in the east. Every day this fact is true, means every day the sun rises in the east. Now the action which indicates the present time. My mother teaches in a school. Means in present time my mother teaches in a school. Means it is true at the time of speaking. To express a situation that is permanent for a period of time, like the train runs from Delhi to Mumbai. There must be a specific train that runs from Delhi to Mumbai, and nowadays it is running. It may not be running now, but nowadays whenever the time is given to it, means a specific time and a day is fixed, and that train runs from Delhi to Mumbai. So these are the things, these are the concepts we explain in present tense, simple present tense or present indefinite tense. Now let's see the structure of this present tense in different kind of sentences. First, let's take the affirmative. For the affirmative, the structure will be subject plus V1 plus object. Now see the example. I read a book, he reads a book. Okay, according to the subject I told you, Ayu Devi and he, she, it. So I read and he reads a book. Subject, verb and object. Now come to the negative sentence. For the negative sentence, we use subject, do, does plus not plus V1 plus object. Now here please see that we are using V1 with all the subjects. There is a change in do and does. If it is Ayu Devi, we use do, and if it is he, she, it and singular noun, we use does. There is no change in the verb form. There are changes in the helping verb. Do and does are the helping verb in the sentence. Now to see the example, I do not read a book, he does not read a book. Now next is the interrogative sentence. So the structure of the interrogative sentence goes like this. Does plus subject plus V1 plus object. Now let's see an example. Do I know you? And does he know you? Now here you see no, we are using no, not knows, because we have used does over here. And of course you have to put a question mark as it is an interrogative sentence. Now negative. The structure of the negative sentence is don't, doesn't, subject plus V1 plus object. So see the example. Don't I know you? Doesn't he know you? So these are the forms of the sentences of simple present tense. If we are writing simple present tense and you have to change the forms of the sentence, you have to use this structure. So let's have a quick recapitulation.